Hey besties! Today I am doing a get ready with me because for once in my life, the majority of my people in my house are not here. I live with my parents still because I go to school and I don't want to have to pay for housing, but my brother still lives here and my grandma also lives here. My grandma's also here, but she's deaf. You guys like my wolf shirt, by the way? My ex got it for me. Shout out to my ex. She actually got me like a lot of cool things and taught me a lot about random shit. I'm literally sweating because I'm wearing a corset right now, or like a waist trainer, because that's what I do before putting on my crop tops for the night. Like, I like to damage my lungs and my anatomy inside of my body in order to appeal to the male gaze. The way I'm always sweating whenever I record, I guess I'm just a sweaty person. But I'm going to the club tonight with my friends and I'm like not going hard. I'm driving my friend there. We're going to this place we've never been before and it's gonna be an interesting time. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. The video is about my journey with getting fillers in my face. I literally originally was gonna only do my lips ever, and then I was like, oh, I should do all these other parts of my face because like I'm ugly, right? It all started when I was 19 and I was best friends with this person. We were best friends in high school and then we kind of had a falling out. It was because I went to college and started partying way too much, which is valid. Like, she didn't want to be around that and I'm like, okay, that's so valid. You know, live your life to the healthiest. I get it. I was toxic, like, cut me off, like, I get it. But we became friends again in 2019, and by this time she had gotten like a little bit of lip filler along with like her eyebrows microbladed and stuff. Like, she had a little glow up and I was like, wow, you look amazing. She was very vocal about who she thought should get work done as well. I ended up being one of those people that she thought should get lip filler. And to be honest with you, I don't remember how like persistent she was. I don't think she was ever like completely in my face being like, you're fucking ugly, you need to get lip filler. But like, she definitely brought it up being like, oh, like you could definitely use some lip filler, which I had thin lips. Like, I get it, you know, like I'm white. I wasn't blessed by the lip gods. So the seed was planted in my brain by that whole fiasco, I guess. Whenever I do my foundation, it literally gets on my lips and makes them look so crusty. Like, why? Okay, anyway. So when she said that, like, I was 19. I was a very impressionable person at the time. And I was like, shit, like, maybe you're right. I had like a bussing job. I was literally bussing tables at a sushi restaurant. So I was making what, like, I think $8 an hour plus tips. But I had some money saved up because I wasn't like spending on anything else. I heard it was like, I think like $450 at the time or something. And I was like, that's like a lot of money. And I was really back and forth on it. Should I spend my money on this? I've never thought about even getting anything done until I was told by my friend to do it. But I think I scheduled the appointment like really far out. And throughout that time, I was super back and forth on whether or not I actually wanted to go. And I almost canceled it several times because I was like, is it worth it? No, but like, is it worth it? Finally, when the appointment came around, I was like, okay, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. So I went, I got them done, and this is what it looked like. And it honestly, my head was like in the clouds. I felt so pretty, obsessed. Like, I was hooked. Like a drug addict. Like, I was hooked. I was like, oh, well, like, you know, I'm not gonna do anything else. Like, I'm completely happy now with how I look. Like, I would never change anything else. Foreshadowing. You know, I really truly thought that like that was gonna be it. But it was so funny when I got home because I also got my hair done that day. I went from brunette to blonde. And when I got home, my parents were like, holy shit, like, you look amazing. You look so good with your new blonde hair. And I was like, my dumb ass cannot keep a single fucking secret to myself. I literally am such a yapper. So I was like, well, I might have also got my lips done. And when I tell you that I think it was my dad, no, my mom was crying. Either my dad or my mom cried. And they were like, I cannot believe you would do this to us. Like, they were so pissed. And I was like, it isn't that serious. They were so fucking upset. It was like an ongoing issue for a few days. And this was a few days before COVID happened. This was like in March of 2020. So then literally we were inside for the months following me just getting lip filler. And I'm like, I just spent all this money to be stuck inside, not doing anything. Great. But surprise, surprise, as a few months went by, I was like, I want more. I need more. Then my addiction fully began. And I got another vial, and then the duck look was starting to build. This is the second vial. By this point, I literally hung out with my ex a few days after I got the second vial put into my lips, and he would not ease up on making fun of me. He literally was like, you look fucking stupid. And like, I kind of did. Okay, like the look was like a bimbo slay, right? But it didn't look natural by any means. So my ex was like shitting on me because my ex really fucking sucked and I just couldn't stop hanging out with him. And I was like very happy. Time kept going on for about 2 more years. I kept getting my lips touched up over and over again, and it got to a point where I went to go move to Denver for school, and I ended up going to a new med spa. For some reason I was like, I need more filler in my bottom lip, and I didn't. But like I was like, it needs to be equaled out. Like I need more filler in my bottom lip. So I got only my bottom lip done. It was so bad. The crazy thing is, when you start getting your lips done, more and more time passes, you get your lips done more and more, you are blind to it. Like you cannot see how your face actually looks. If you are prone, especially to body dysmorphia, which I am, you will not be able to see how you actually look. It's crazy. It's a crazy phenomenon. I feel like some people did tell me like, bae, like you gotta chill. But like other people would hype me up, and that's what fed my delusions even more. So I was like, okay, everyone's just jealous and it's fine. Then when I eventually moved back home, because I fucking hated Denver, fun fact, I hated Denver, only stayed there for 6 months. It was kind of a terrible experience, but that's a whole other story. I moved back, and then, okay, I need to keep doing my makeup. I told my friend that I was gonna pick her up in like an hour. Like I need to like get on my shit. But when I got home, my med spa here was like, oh, you know, you'd look really good if you put a tiny bit of filler in your cheeks, like up here. Because I naturally have like a little bit of a square face, especially before. This is what my face naturally looked like. Like it was very like, you know, which is fine. But my esthetician was like, bestie, like you look really good if you just got like a little bit in your cheeks. And I was like, okay, like fuck it, like I'll try it, right? Because why not? So I ended up getting a little bit in my cheeks, and I instantly fell in love. And so then I literally ended up, by the end of things, looking like Saw. Bruh. My original med spa that I was going to in my hometown eventually told me like, we're not filling your lips anymore. Like they're too full. Like we're not doing them anymore. And so I went to a different med spa, and I was like, hey, so I was wondering if you guys could like do my lips. And they were like, yeah, fuck, like you're gonna give us money, we'll do it, right? So then I started getting my lips filled somewhere else. They were getting so migrated at this point, like they were so overfilled, I just couldn't understand. I looked so stupid. Summer 2023, my lips were so migrated and so deformed, like literally they were deformed at that point. Like I looked fucked up. And I was like, all right, enough is enough. I do need to get my lips dissolved. And I was like scared because like I convinced myself that I was ugly before I started getting work done. So I was so scared to go back to that. And like I also just had to get my extensions removed because I was seeing the ex who gave me this shirt. She convinced me to chop my hair off. It literally was like this short. So I wasn't wearing my extensions, and then I was like, I'm gonna get my lips dissolved. I'm gonna be back to like looking how I did in high school, and that is terrifying. I was so stressed out, but I did it anyway. And when I got my lips dissolved, I had no idea that my lips were going to react the way they did to the dissolver. This was me. It was such a humbling experience going home because my dad's friend was over, like this guy that he's in a band with, he was over, and I was passing him as I was looking like this. And he was like, hi, Ashlyn. And I was like, Hi, I've been getting filler for a few years now, so he probably just thought I was like botched. So I got my lips dissolved and then I went back to school and I didn't have lips, I didn't have hair, and I wanted to end my life. But then I got my extensions put back in, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I did get 1 syringe of filler, and my parents don't even know this. They're gonna see this and they're gonna be like, oh, I fucking knew it, and they're gonna be like mad, but like whatever, sue me. And like I'd love to say like, oh, like I grew the confidence I needed to not get more lip filler, and like I wish I could say that, but it's not true. I just couldn't do it. I will say that I learned my lesson and I'm not trying to get more now. I do occasionally have the temptation to get more. I literally was thinking about it recently and I was like, no, like I can't. I don't need it. Like I feel pretty. It's just, it's quite literally an addiction. Like you can get so addicted to it so easily because it's such a huge hit of dopamine every time that you get it done, and then you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, like it like looks better, and now you feel prettier, and now you're like, oh, like I'm like on top of the world. But then that feeling fades and then you're like, I need to do it again. That's how people end up looking fucking crazy. Like some of the people you see online with like the huge ass cheeks, the huge ass lips, like that's how it happens. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds and builds and builds. Does that look even? I think so. So that's my journey, I guess. It was a very humbling one. I look back at pictures now, and this is the funny part too. I look back at pictures of how I used to look, and at the time when I had that face, I was like, oh yeah, like this is good. This looks so good. I look so good right now. I look back at it now and I'm like, like, how did I not see that? I was completely blinded. And it's so funny because my first med spa in my hometown kept telling me over and over again, like, you're ruining your face. Because I would go in for like Botox still, and they would tell me like, did you get more lip filler from another place? And I'd be like, oh well, yeah, but it's like I can't keep a secret, like I said. They'd literally be like, you're literally ruining your face. I was like, period. We love the honesty. That's amazing. The chickens are going crazy. Are you guys okay? Also, look at my bronzer. She has seen better days. I literally almost forgot to film the ending of this video, but here's the finished results. I hope you guys liked my story. If I had any advice to give for people who are thinking about getting filler, all you could do if you become filler blind, is that what it's called? If you become delusional, like I was, the best advice I can give is listen to the people around you. If your loved ones are telling you that it's too much and you look stupid, believe them, because they're not lying. Take their advice and stop. Stop it. Get some help. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, I guess. Okay, bye.